One of the ways that you can speed up your workflow in Affinity Publisher is by using assets. Assets are things that you can save that you reuse all the time. So this would be perfect if you're creating things like journals, planners, printables, where you have certain elements that you just want all the time. So let's find the Assets window first. Let's go to View and Studio and Assets. That pops up this window here. And let me show you what Assets does. I have a couple that I've saved already. And so I've got one called Lines, and I just created some journal lines here. And I'm just going to adjust that. And then I also have one called Shadow Checkbox. So I made these checkboxes here, and they happen to be spaced exactly the same as my lines. So I can just put them next to my lines. And here I have a checklist in like a few seconds. So let's get rid of all this and let's see how we can create our own. So the first thing I'm going to do in Assets is go to the top hamburger menu here and create a new category. And it's going to label it something, Assets 2. And so I want to just rename that to something more useful. So click on that hamburger menu again and rename the category. Let's call this Demo Assets. And OK. Now let's create our thing that we want to save. So let's maybe get an ellipse tool and we'll make this super big so that it's easy to see. And let's just take this, select it, duplicate it, Command J, and let's make 5 of them. And then let's make a rectangle box. So I'm going to click on the shape tool again. We'll make a rectangle. And I'm going to duplicate that, bring that down, duplicate a few more of those. And let's say that this is our asset. So the next thing I want to show you is what happens when we add this to our asset. So I'm going to select over all of it. And in the lower hamburger menu, under our category that we created, I'm going to add from selection. Now, what just happened here? We've got 5 ellipses and 5 rectangles that got added. So let's go ahead and just delete these. And it deleted my whole category there, so I'm going to add back that category that I just deleted. And let's try again. So I'm all selected here. I can group all of this together. And now I can select the whole group and add from selection. And now I have got it as a single entity here. So the other thing you could do is you could group all your circles together, all your lines together, and import them separately, similar to the list example I showed you at the beginning. So now I can also rename this, right-click on it, and rename the asset, and we'll call it Large Checklist. And so now it is labeled because it is a little bit difficult to see on this darker background. But now we have it labeled so we know what it is. And anytime you want a large checklist, you just pull it into your document. So if you've got things that you find yourself creating over and over again, calendars would be perfect for this. Create them as assets, and then you will have them available to you anytime you want to add them to your document. Thanks for watching.